So, logging in, and we've actually had some movements on a fair bit of stuff, which is good. Feathers have bought for 16 GP each, so I'm going to put them in for 20 and see if they can go. Rope have bought for 777. I'm going to try and sell them for something like 1222. And the fishing rod as well, pretty similar. We're going to try and whack a very decent margin on that. And yeah, see how it goes. The monk's ropes haven't bought, which is a bit depressing. So we do need to have a little bit of a think of what we're going to do for that. I am going to go and use my Wicked Hood. Now, the reason I'm going to use my Wicked Hood is because a full day yesterday, we made the grand total of something like maybe 5k. So I think by having the ability just to go and do the Wicked Hood for the first 5 days, no extra runes, literally just the essence from the hood, make some extra air runes, and then sell that on the Grand Exchange, is going to sort of speed this up without making it overly easy. It's still going to be difficult because we've got no money at all, but we can use this as well. I don't really expect anyone to like do this kind of thing where you're going to only flip. You can do other stuff. So I'm only going to limit this to a Wicked Hood. I'm going to give us 5 days to do it. Today's day 2. And with that, we get a nice little bit of a cash injection, which then hopefully means we can just do a little bit more flipping. As you see, our fishing rods have sold, so we've actually made quite a good profit there. And I think that might be the play going forward, actually. Let's put some decent prices in fishing rods and then try and like get a 50% margin because that will rack up GP a lot quicker. The runes were okay, but making free GP and every rune really, I don't think wasn't the play. These items now, these things you can buy from the store, are just such a better way of doing it. I think like, yeah, we've pretty much doubled our money there with fishing rods. So I'm going to put these in for 62 GP. And when these air runes sell, I'm going to try and see if we can pick up fishing rods again and just go pretty much for them. So we're going to go for 9 fishing rods, see how this goes. We'll come back in a bit. I'm basically just logging off and then logging back on and then just going from there.
So logging in after a day or two of not being able to log in. Basically, I've been traveling. So as we stand, I'm currently in Italy, in Sicily. Very warm, very nice outside. So just before I go outside for the day, I'm just going to log in and just check the trades we've been doing. So we've been able to get some decent flips out of the fishing rods. So we'll be looking at doing them. They sold for 199. So hopefully we can look at putting them out again. It's been very, very slow in terms of the sort of buys and the trades and stuff. So we are just slowly plodding along. I haven't done my Wicked Hood since the 2nd day. So maybe look at doing that as well. Air runes seem to have gone down. Yeah, so let's check the margin for that. That's why they didn't sell for so long. So there's 2 GP there. What I might do, I'm going to put these in fishing rods. Fishing rods are quite comfortably being at the minute sort of like an 800 GP flip. And I'm sort of turning this into a very AFK sort of wait for things to buy kind of flipping sort of series at the minute. So again, fishing rods will work and will work quite well by how it's going on. Them and feathers are pretty much how I'm going to start playing this account for the time being. But yeah, there's going to be a slightly different change in the mic and the mic settings, and I do apologise for that, but it's either that or I don't record till I get home. At the minute, I'm not due home for 2 weeks, so I'm going to hop in every now and then, just check the flips, and then we'll go from there. So logging in today, and again, I'm really struggling with time to log in and flip, so it's pretty much coming on at the beginning, at the end of the day. But if we're going to make some GP, that's all which really matters. So we managed to sell these fishing rods for 1.9k, just under 2k basically, and we managed to buy these for 1.1. So fishing rods seem to be the method we're going to go with for a little while, and basically just start juggling these between buys and sells. And what we'll do by continuing to do it, by continuing to do fishing rods, we'll sort of expand how many we can buy at a given time. So let's try 24. So we basically just turned 13 into 24, and then that will just hopefully snowball from here on out. So I'm going to leave those in the Grand Exchange. I've still actually not done my runes for a couple of days. So I think total I've only done something like 2 days worth of runes. I think you see from my Grand Exchange, I was flipping them for a little bit. But I've not actually done any in a little while. So that's something I really should do. But in terms of wealth, I just need to break 100k. 100k is a big sort of move. We moved to 51, which is okay. And again, we're doing this from practically nothing. So the first 100k will probably be the hardest we're going to do anyway. And then after that, it's going to snowball massively because we can buy more and more. Again, if we could get these working, we'll be flying. Although I think I've got a little bit more than 50k, but you know, don't matter. We'll see. So I'm going to leave those in for the Grand Exchange today, and we'll come back at some point later on to see if they do buy and sell. So logging in, we have done a couple more flips than what I've recorded. But what we're basically doing now is pretty much going all in on the fishing rods. So we managed to sell the rest of those fishing rods there, and we've started to buy a couple more as well. So what I'm going to do is just go all in on the buyer for now, and we're going to go again 111. Could we afford 50? Big. So total we're at 71 fishing rods, which if we can sell for roughly like 2k each, which is what we've been doing quite consistently, we're pretty much we're over 100k, which is huge. So we're going to let these buy and sell overnight, and then hopefully when we come in the morning we've got a nice big buy offer done. And then we can move on and start selling. And again, we're just going to rotate between these, maybe for another 100, 200k, just so we've got enough of a solid foot in. But I think I'd always commit something like 50k to fishing rods, because it's going to make us 50k a day while we're doing this. And we're going to have to start diversifying into something else. So if we can get 2 items going, it's just twice the speed. So I'm going to put these feathers down to their normal Grand Exchange price. Let's see if we can get 18 GP. So logging in this morning, quite a lot has happened there. So we sold all of the fishing rods, which is good. That's 1k in the bank. We've sold all the feathers, which is another 52k in the bank. And then we've also bought 50 fishing rods, which if we throw it in for the price we're going to throw in for, will actually take us over. Well, we're about 150k, which is pretty huge really, considering like just how much I struggled to start with. Like that first couple of days was hard. And we're quite lucky really that we found the fishing rods come through for us. And it's worked so well. So I'm going to do maybe 2 or 3 more passes of this. Get something like 200, 250, 300k. And then maybe we go off and look at some other stuff as well to do, because we've got enough money now to start spreading over a couple of slots, rather than just trying to hope for that one item and that one item make us money. So logging in for the first time today, and we've actually managed to sell all of our fishing rods. And this is a bit of a big moment, because it's the first time we've actually got our full cash stack in the envelope with nothing buying. Now, because we've pretty much been doing fishing rods for so long, we now have 250k. Like, as you can see here, fishing rods worked, and we just kept pounding it just until like we built our cash stack up. In terms of how much we're making per flip, we're making something like 800 GP, and just by doing like loads and loads of volume on fishing rods, that's how we got there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for one more flip, and we're going to go for 230. Well, no, 225. And then I'm going to log off over day. It's only because I can't do much in a day at the minute because I'm busy. So there's no real point in me finding other stuff. I'm just going to do one big flip, and then we'll make something decent off that as well for the next day. I think we'll not so much double our money, but it won't be far off. So logging back in today on the flip count, and we have some good news. I believe all of our fishing rods have sold, which now means we can actually check our actual cash stack. If we collect to inventory, we are at 444k. Now, I'm not going to lie, I thought I had more. I thought we were going to break the 500k mark. So what I'm going to do, we're going to do a little bit different today. So we're going to keep doing the fishing rods because they are just working just too good. So I'm going to put these in for pretty much 2/3 of our cash stack. And then what I need to do with this 100k here is go and find something else. Because while the fishing rods are good, to do that last sort of 450, it took me the best part of 2 days. And if I can find an item which is similar, which works just as good and performs just as well, it just means that we've hopefully do it twice as quick. So to find that item, I'm going to have to just do a little bit of playing with the Grand Exchange more than anything. Just see what's around, just see what could work. Again, I think something quite tool-like that could do as well. One thing I did see on the price rises for the Grand Exchange, the bronze hatchets, which who knows what margin that's got. There you go, this will probably be what we end up doing then. Maybe not. It definitely could be a moneymaker for the free-to-play account. I think I've got it. Let's try Spade. Yeah, Spade is going to be the one. 500 GP, which is not, well, it's still okay. But Yeah. So we're going to try 55 spades, do the fishing rods, and just see how that goes. If spades pick up, it just means it's just another thing for us to buy and throw the money at. So we're going to leave those to buy, see if they do, and then I'll come back to see if we can sell them later on. So that is going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you have any suggestions on things to flip or things to invest in, please make sure to drop them down in the comments below, and I'll make sure to have a check on the episode and shout you out for it as well. Thank you guys once more for watching the video and enjoying the series. Again, if you are brand new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe and like. We are aiming for 5,000 subs by the end of the year, but thank you guys once again for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.